Okay. Hello. Thanks for joining me. Right. So, just upgraded my Fusion to level 6. Should help. Some of the longer holes. Like I say, we're going to play the second round, which is Rand Park, just 9 holes. And we'll just wait for it to download, and let's get going. So I'm going to be playing the Bigfoot method and talking through the adjustments and calculations and stuff. Expecting a few drops. I get confused which course is which. So let's see how we do on this one. Michael Hart, thanks for the good luck, buddy. So I'm going to play with premium balls or the Tour Pro balls. So the first thing I'm doing, as I always do, I'll just explain quickly. To get to the Bigfoot range, the range of the club is there to sort of there. I need to be within there. If I aim for that little number 7, see on the numbered grid. So I always put the flag just below that little number 3 at maximum zoom. So I know where I need to be aiming for that number 7, quite a long hole to start with. So I've got to estimate a little bit to get there. Always better to be long than short, I do think. So I'm going to be working out every shot this time. So for the Fusion level 6, I'm playing 1.5 and 1.3, 1.3 at max. So I'm playing at absolute maximum. So I'm going to go 3.2 rings on this one. And then that should leave us sort of mid-level, mid-range Bigfoot. Somewhere around about 6 to 8 rings, usually, if we've done it right. A little bit shorter than that, but still within range. So we're looking at around 3 rings, maybe just below that. Looking at the wind angle, so I'm going to have to adjust up there. So I've got to sort of project where I'm going and use the correct calculations. I'm using 1.35 at max distance. So wind divided by 1.35 for max distance, 1.55 minimum, and a scale in between. So with headwind, I generally like to place the flag around 1.6 rings. And then get the second bounce appearing to be at 1.5. So That doesn't look too far off, to be honest. I'm just going to inch in a little bit closer and I'm going to play that. That looks okay to me. So I will then put the primary shot view, which is this right here. The primary shot view dead on the center line on my screen, and then you can see that the this bit here, this little bit of ball guide, means that I'm bouncing off to the right. So what I like to do is straighten up with side spin, try to get it pretty straight. So that's the position that I'm looking at when I get that dead at the flag, and then I'm going to push up and just look for any sort of funny bounces. Sometimes as you get closer you'll see it skew off to the left or right, and that indicates a little bump on the green that's going to throw your shot off. I can't see one on this occasion. Shot view seems to be sort of dead at the flag. I'm going to go 3 point something, just over 3.05-ish, using the zoom just to magnify that wind arrow. And like I said, I'm going to go 3.0 something, just over 3. So I would say that where the crosshair is 3.5, 3.25, 3.125, 3.06, and I want to be just before that. Just try and get that centered. It's not a bad look. Let's see what happens. Right, okay. So I needed a little bit more on that. It's not the worst start. 8-8 something. It's not the best start. But we'll plod on. It's not the final round, it's just a qualifying round. So we do need a few drops generally to get qualified, playing in the top division. So I'm just going to have a look at this one. Bit of tailwind. There's a possibility I can get up there. So I'll just see what it looks like with more wind, different ball. Try and play with more Harveys wherever possible on tailwinds, on short par 4s, just to save the premium balls. I don't know if that one's going to work. See, I don't really want to use one of these because I've not got too many left. I mean, that would make it, but I want to try and get away with not using that. See what that one looks like. That's a power 10 with less wind resistance. See, we're not going to get up there. So I'm actually thinking I could possibly lay up again. If it was a final round, I'd probably use one of those because I think that's going to make it, but I'm just going to lay up with a power 8. So again, playing to where that, placing the flag below the number 3 and playing to that number 7. So I'm just going to play right there. Take a bit of the backspin off there. Just get the wind push up, should get us up there to the mid Bigfoot range. Probably going to be a tailwind, yep. Right, so counting the rings from maximum. So what I'll do is I'll just put the line, the grid line, on the 5th ring, pull back to my desired position, which is right there, and then see how many rings I am over that grid line, which is 9.8. So I'll be playing 9.8. I'm going to go 2.7 rings, as long as that shot view looks okay, which it does. So it looks like it's a little bit short, the position that I want. Just going to reset that backspin, just to get the second bounce looking like it's going to hit the ground at 1.5 rings. And then again, I'm just going to have a little look for funny bounces and whatever. But first of all, just straighten it up, a little bit of side spin. And that looks reasonably straight. Looks dead on all the way to the pin. So as long as I've got the second bounce position, because in tailwind I play the pin at 2.1 rings, the second bounce looks like it's at 1.5. So 2.7, just short of 2.7 for the adjustment. That would be 2.5. That would be 2.75, so just below that. 2.7. And get the drop dead center. That's more like it. That's more like it. A little bit off with the adjustment on the first one. Let's keep this, keep the momentum. So I've got a par 5, very long par 5. This is a tricky hole. I'm going to go with the Gold Cup ball. And I'm just going to get as far as I can, and then I'm going to use my El Capitan wood, which has a boatload of topspin. But not much accuracy. So I should be winning some more of these, you know, in a couple of weeks. Some more of these balls from the end of season prizes. So we'll switch out to the Capitan. See, I've only got the level 4 Capitan. I need 3 cards for a topspin boost that'll get me to 100 topspin, and I just can't wait for that, because I'm really hampered with this, really handicapped. You see, I can get up there, but I could really use that extra topspin boost. Difficult par 5 eagle, this one. So I just want to get as far as I possibly can. Could have possibly used a flight A ball for a little bit of wind reduction. Get over that bunker. Just. So I've got a tricky shot with the Ninja. Choosing the Ninja because it's got the best shot view, I think. I I did upgrade the Voodoo. Yep, Ninja's still looking good for shot view and accuracy. I'm going to find an approximate position, and there you can see we're well outside of that no adjust range. So I'm going to need a little offset. It's only 2.9 wind because I am using one of the best balls in the game. So that's not such a bad looking line. Just going to measure the shot view because this has got 84 shot view. That's 84% from the first bounce to the flag. So hide grid. If I just think that number 5 is halfway between the left side of the screen and that grid line there, sorry it's a bit wonky, that grid line, that's 50%. Halfway between that again would be 75, and halfway again would be 87. So I'm playing with 84, so I've got it a little bit closer. So I think that shot view run out is about right. It's all about just estimating, and it is an estimate to be honest. The 2.9, because I'm not the best in the world at getting that right. So it is just going to flick it over to the left a little bit. I'm going to go with that. Hope we get lucky. No. Is that right? Go with the Capitan before the rough with full top, even with the Capitan level 4 with reduced topspin. I will remember that, mate, and I will try it. And I'm a bit annoyed that I missed that rough chip because I'm not very good, not mastered rough chips with adjustment so far. Should be able to reach the green, right? Well, I will try that, mate. Thank you. Right, so let's move on. Power 8, wind resistant ball, show grid continuously. Show grid continuously. There we go, there it is. And we'll try and recover from that miss. So again, playing to that number 7 on the grid. And let's try and get some drops to make up for that one. Yeah, that's one of the ones where the lower clubs really gives you a handicap. Doesn't really matter what ball I were to use on that one. I would have really struggled and did need to use premium ball. Right, so looks about 5 rings. Yeah, about 4.9 rings. Gimme G's. No, I've not quit GC, mate. I'm still doing pretty well over there. Just also playing Ultimate Golf. And if you've not done so already, just click the link in the description, download the game. Check out some of the videos that I've been posting for beginners and intermediate level. If you need some good content for higher level players, look for Duff, Jimmy Banger, Ultimate Banger I should say. Those guys are a little bit more advanced than me. I'm aiming at sort of mid-level, improving the play of mid-level players. So again, pointing the ball guide, the shot view, at 1.5 rings. I'm gonna line up the shot view as I did before, looking at that primary shot view, not the secondary. And then I'm just going to push forwards. You can see that that's squirting off to the right there. So I am just going to straighten it up a tiny bit and aim on the left side of the cup. Left side of the pin, I should say. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. It's not a bad looking shot. Possibly adjusting down a hill on this one, so I am just going to remove just the slightest bit of backspin. Because I think when I adjust, it's going to be down to a lower level, which is going to curtail the flight a little bit. So I'm going to go 2.56, maybe 2.6. Difficult drop, this one. Got the length, not too bad, just needed a bit more. Maybe 2.65 would have got it. Right, let's move on. Almost at the halfway stage. Hole number 5, par 5, easily reachable in 2, I think. I'm going to go with the power 10 ball. Big right to left slope on this one. Stuart, thanks very much for the good luck. Joe Cook, thank you very much. Appreciate the good luck. Just going with the blast on this one, I'm guessing. I'm hoping to get to root range, but I'm guessing I might be playing with the Hellfire next. Again, underdeveloped club. It's only level 5. Well, let's have a look. Certainly not playing with the Capitan. Yeah, definitely playing with the Hellfire level 5, which I play at 1.61 at max. So I'm gonna have to pull away from maximum, a couple of rings. Again, a difficult, very difficult one to drop. What I'm trying to do is just set up to the left so that I can avoid the bunker, I guess, because I'm going to be adjusting into overpower. I want to stay well clear of this bunker. Just want to get reasonably close. So, again, really underdeveloped ball guide. Keep calling it ball guide, I should say shot view. So I think somewhere around about 4 topspin, because I think that the wind is going to compress that, and I think we're going to see the second bounce around the fringe, third bounce there, not like that, what happened there? You know, and then a run out, something like that. That's my guess. So we're going with 4 topspin. I'm gonna play, let's have a look. Around about 2.2 rings, and then I am gonna have to curl around half a ball. Like I say, you could probably sort of bounce over the bunker, but I'd rather have the tie break points. I don't think I'm going to drop it anyway. I'd rather get the tie break points from landing somewhere on the green. So I'm going to play 2.2. A little bit of overpower required. Just over half a ball curl, I think. Bit of an estimation. Yeah, second bounce near the fringe like I thought. Not too bad. Could have gone with a bit more curl, but like I say, 1,576 tiebreaker points just for getting on the green rather than, you know, going for the pin, possibly hitting the rough or bunker, and then ended up with just 999 for the chipping. So I'd rather get those tiebreaker points, could come in handy. So I really could do with a couple more drops on this one. Right, good luck at a hole in one on this one. So let's choose a power 8 ball, I think. That's 5 rings to there. So we're looking at around about 4.5 rings. See what that looks like. So that one really checks up. So I'm going to play again, trying to get the shot view, pointing at 1.5 rings. That looks okay. Maybe just a little bit more than that. That looks all right. And then I'm just going to check out the green. Just try and read the green a little bit. So just taking a good look. Looks reasonably straightforward. So like I say, definitely hoping, I'm not going to say expecting, but hoping for a hole in one on this one. And we should be able to get the adjustment absolutely bang on. Just need to get the length correct. So that's going to be a little bit short. I'm just going to push up a small amount. Pin at 1.6. Alright, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go 2.25 rings. So that's 2.5 where the crosshair is. I'm going to half that. 2.25 right there. Do that again. Just move the screen by accident. So it's 2.5, 2.25, maybe just over 2.25. That looks all right. Come on, be good. Get the ultimate. Dead centre. Always a good look at that hole. Whenever you get that nice flat bounce, you really need to be hitting those hole-in-ones. So I really needed that after the miss on the long par 5 from the rough. Let's move on. Not got many of those balls left, so I'm gonna just swap out, use a power 9. I've got a ton of power 9 balls. Aim for that number 7 once again. Don Cavalli, thank you very much, pal, appreciate that. Joe, thank you very much. Did you like that one? Who have we got watching anyway? Freestyle, you still about, mate? Right, I'm going to switch that out. In fact, no, I'm not, because I should be. Bigfoot. Just about. Nearly messed that one up. It's a good job I got tailwind on that one. I might have been between clubs. So I'm just going to pull back that half a ring. Just using the calculator, working out the numbers. And again, that's a real short bounce on that one. So I'm going to really have to remove quite a bit of backspin to get that desired shot view that I like, which is pointing at 1.5. It's not such a difficult, sorry, not such an easy drop, this one, because you are actually pulling down a hole, down a, what am I on about? Down a hill. And you've got a bit of a skewed shot view there, so it's going to be bouncing off to the left. So I really need to straighten that one up quite a bit with some right spin. It's just my own method. I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but it's just the method that I use. I'm going to be pushing up. I'm going to be aiming dead at the flag on that one, because there's no sort of squiffy bounces left or right. Aim dead at the flag. I'm really going to be pulling sort of downhill, so I think it's going to check up a little bit, so I'm possibly just going to, instead of 2.1 rings, I'm going to aim at 2 rings exactly. That's the hole position, by the way. I'm putting the hole at exactly 2 rings. Line up, dead on the flag. I'm going to move 2.18 rings. So that would be 2.5, 2.25, 2.125, 2.18-ish, something like that. Great shot there. Don't know if that's going to affect it. It's not a bad line, a little bit long. Got that one a little bit wrong, got the line right. Bit of inexperience on that one, I think. Saved by the flag, probably would have shot past a couple of yards. 878 TB, it's not too bad, I guess. So let's have a look at the cut line. 11, really want to be hitting -12 with a decent tiebreaker to sort of get up to a safe position to avoid the cut. Right, another par 3. I'm going to play this one with the root. And that's maximum. So see if we can find that sort of position. always find it quite difficult with that low level route to see the shot view. Bit of an estimation. It's an uphill bounce, which is why it's sort of dead bounce. Or not dead bounce, but a really short bounce. So I'll just work out the numbers. And for the route, I use 1.4 and 1.5. So 1.4 at max, and I'm very close to max. So let's have a look what this one looks like. That's the position I want to use. Yes, mate, I do have a job. I'm just taking my lunch break at the moment. And instead of eating, just streaming some UG. I'm working at home today, but I can take 45 minutes, I guess. Let's take a look at that. Pretty straight. I work in sales, by the way. I work in sales. Do reasonably well. I'm a business development manager. My real job. But like I say, do this on the side, do it when I can. So let's go with 2.4 rings on this one. That looks alright. Just avoiding that drop off, I think. I'm going to play 2.4. Don't know how this is going to finish. Oh, look at that, nearly dropped. Nearly dropped. Just that invisible shot view on the Route 6. It's really difficult, or I find it difficult to sort of project exactly where it's going to roll out to. I think the Bigfoot's a little bit easier. The Route's much more difficult. Alright, so we could really do with a drop. So I'm going to play right to the end of the fairway on this one. Really do with a drop on this hole. I'm going to play max OP just to get up there. It's a very, very, very difficult hole to drop. Cheers, Stuart. Stuart Fuller, is that you? Yeah, really, really difficult approach on this one because that flag's tucked away up in the corner. I think the headwind could help, but it's going to be a really sort of big bounce forwards on this one, I think. Yeah, the headwind's going to help. Oh God, a little bit. That's a difficult shot. I'm going to have to use side spin to get it over there. I would rather... Yeah, I thought it were you, pal. Sorry, I didn't, because you didn't have your surname. So, right, let's just try and work this one out. So I could. Right, I'm going to remove the Bigfoot just to give myself a little bit more room on the lower end of the range of this club. Just wondering if I can set up on this fringe, because you get a... No, I definitely want to be missing the fringe. So I think that's not a bad look, somewhere around there, but I will need to curl it. I'll just try and remember that position. I'm just gonna count the rings from maximum back to that position. That's about 10 rings. I'm just working out what I need to do. Let's just take another look. I think that's going to be short. So see the second bounce I usually aim for is there, and then I put the hole there. So just past where the second bounce is. Now on this one, the second bounce is there. So I don't want it to be just past there. I want it to be somewhere around about there, which is like an exponential increase from, you know, what was that? I don't know what happened there. From that to that, because you've got a bigger bounce forwards, you're going to have a bigger run out as well. I don't know how to explain that properly. Come on, what are you doing? I may actually see if I can make a video specifically on that. So that's the position that I'm looking at. I'm going to go with 2.3, maybe 2.4 rings. Not expecting a drop on this one, but I'm hoping to get close, just to see if the technique that I'm using is any good. It could be good, could be terrible, who knows. So I'm going to go 2.3 something. That's the position I'm looking for. Then I just need to get the curl right. So that would be something like that, I guess. Like I say, not expecting a drop. I'm just hoping to get reasonably close. No, not bad, not bad. It was only sort of 0.2 of a ring out on position. I think the curl and the setup wasn't bad. The adjustment wasn't bad. But like I say, really difficult setup on that one. So I think that's all 9 holes. Let's see what that looks like now with a -12, sitting in 11th. Good tiebreaker. Really needed that extra drop. That extra drop would have got me, where would I have been? If I'd have sunk that one out the rough, would have got more tiebreaker points, and I would have been around about 4th. I'll keep my eye on that one, hoping that I qualify. I'll keep my eye on it. There's quite a lot still to play. Top 25 going through, and 11 sitting in 11th. So I could play it again, but I don't really want to do that and waste balls. We'll keep my eye on it. Thank you very much for joining me and watching the stream. Give us a like, give us a sub if you don't mind. Tell your friends about the channel. It would really help me to continue doing this. And if you don't mind, if you haven't done so already, click the link, download the game and give it a go. Any questions? I'm well happy to help if you want to drop me a PM on Messenger or something like that. So thank you very much to everyone who's watched. Sign